Hey guys, what is up? RobM here. Welcome to RobMStudios. And today we're doing a special video podcast episode of RobMStudios featuring the Scroll Around the Block tournament information. So this is a promotional video to come out to the Scroll Around the Block tournament this fall, November 5th in Rochester, New York. So we are excited to showcase some products that are going to be the prizes for the event. So we hope you can make it. And so in light of that, we have Jason, who's helped spearhead the scroll only category. So Jason, go ahead and introduce yourself and we'll get started.
Hello, as Rob just said, I'm Jason Ricci. You may recognize me more as Cactus Knee on the Discord.
Cactus Knee, what is that? Tell me what that's all about.
Well, this past summer, or spring actually, this past spring, my family and I were out west and misstepped off of one of the trails that you're supposed to stay on and stuck my knee right into a cactus. When I pulled away, a little chunk of it stuck in my knee, and they're not fun to remove, but yeah.
Did it hurt?
It did hurt.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, though, nothing to do with Cactus Games. But,
okay. Hey, well, that's all right. So awesome. Cactus Knee, aka Jason. Thanks for joining us on RobMStudios. And so we're just going to start out with some redemption news. So as you guys know, obviously we're talking about the Scroll Around the Block tournament this fall. It is a unofficial / district level tournament. So in the morning we'll be featuring the scroll only category along with a district level type 1 classic event. In the afternoon we will be featuring block constructed unofficial category along with seal deck. So along with that, there is some other news also coming up this spring, or next spring I should say. In February or March is going to be the Mr. Classic down in Knoxville, Tennessee. And that is also going to be featuring scroll only. They just announced that, so that's pretty exciting. What do you think about that?
I like it.
Awesome.
I'm glad to see this category growing.
Yeah, awesome. And then along with that, we also have some news about different promotional cards that have come out. Recently, the Saul of Tarsus promo just came out. So that is one of the cards actually we'll get in front of me and we can read that over. Got it right here. We got the physical copy of it. So we don't just have to read it from a piece of paper. We can look at it. We can look at all of them, actually.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
We got Saul of Tarsus right there. And this is the participant promo that will be featured at the tournament. You may draw 2 or take an enhancement of matching brigade from reserve. Protect this card from the next enhancement. Opponent plays this battle. Cannot be prevented. So as an evil character, Saul's a Pharisee, and then he's also a Roman, and then you can activate Unholy Writ on this card when it's evil. So there it is.
And it has the new borders, I noticed, from the KL deck there.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. The new border there. And then, I don't know, in even more recent news, they have showed some spoilers in the spoiler channel on the Redemption Discord, showing off the new black border for the Philistine cards for the KNL Israel Deliverance starter decks that they're working on getting out to the public. And then also, if you saw, there was the spoiler with the little tree icon for the I believe it was Haman's Plot. Whether or not that's a real card, that remains to be seen. Whatever that means. So, have you seen that yet?
I haven't seen it. I was reading. Some people were talking about it on Discord. I haven't seen it, but I also wondered, is this a real thing? Is it not?
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
Everybody's really curious about it. If you blow up the tree icon, it says roots at the bottom. So maybe is that like another set they're working on? I just said earlier in the Discord, I was like, oh, it reminds me of the Redemption online official tournament system or something like that. And I was like, what if they brought an online tournament official category back or something? I mean, we have those online locals through Derek and Chris. So who knows? I mean, it's all speculation at this point, right? So
right. Find out when we do, I suppose.
Yes. Yep. So let's see what else. As long with that, featured at the scroll only tournament are the winner cards for the ones that are in the official categories will be Michael. So if you play sealed deck or if you play Type 1 Classic, you can win those. But you don't want to come to play those. You want to come to play scroll only or block constructed, and you guys are going to see why very shortly. Another card that you could also possibly earn if you happen to play Type 2, I'll be playing Type 2 GOC only with probably just a couple other people. But we have a copy of Clinging to Power here. So that's pretty cool. The promotional card there for the Gospel of Christ only categories. And now a word from our sponsor, YourTurnGames.biz. Be sure to check out YourTurnGames.biz for all your redemption gaming needs. You can get singles, booster packs, tins and display boxes, starter decks, complete sets, battle boxes, or grab bags. Be sure to check out YourTurnGames.biz. All right, so I already discussed the lineup for the tournament a little bit. So in the morning, like I said, you're going to have Type 1 Classic or Scroll only. Then we'll break for lunch. There should be hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken sandwiches, and maybe a few other things that are be available for sale. So you don't have to worry about trying to go out to a fast food place and run back in time for the afternoon events. And then sealed deck or block constructed in the afternoon. So Jason, we're going to talk about scroll only. Why scroll only? What's so important about playing scroll only?
Back when I was playing about 20 years prior, 96, 97-ish is when I got into the game.
Okay.
All that there were back then were classic cards.
Yep.
And so that's all I ever knew. And then I played for 5-6 years, and then a literal 20-year hiatus.
Yep.
So I recently came back to the game of Redemption early 2022, and a whole bunch of new things. One being rotation cards. Learn what that whole thing was.
Yep.
And so I've been working on learning that. But fast forward to nationals, the first nationals I've ever gone to. Very excited. The night prior to the official tournament itself, they set up some of the side events. And I had seen, they're going to have Type 1 Classic side events. Great. I can pull out some of my old cards, the ones I'm familiar with, ones I might do better with, right? And so, I get in there, I play a game, and little did I realize Type 1 Classic meant any cards, classic or rotation. So I my one and only opponent, because I didn't get past the first round, came in with their very refined rotation cards only deck and just blew me away. So I was feeling a little gypped at that point, because I went in with the assumption of, I thought it was just the classic cards.
Right.
Why are we bringing the rotation cards? And I was talking with my friend Al, who also had the same assumption and also incidentally lost as well. So we got to talking. You know what? We need to have a classic cards only category. Type 1 classic cards only. So So he and I just kind of played an exhibition game between the two. Just he and I, no one else. But and that was fun. That was he decked out, and I had, I think, 6 cards left. I beat him 5-4, but like just barely. So it was really fun, very nostalgic. Really.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we got to talking. It's like, this was really fun going kind of back to some of the old things, some of the things that you can't have with rotation. We were wishing that, hey, what if this wasn't actually like a side event or something?
Mm-hmm.
So I had mentioned something to Gabe, and he's like, well, go make it happen then.
Yep.
It's the community that
absolutely
decides whether this is happening. So I was thinking, oh yeah, that'd be good. And then we had 3 days of nationals, so I wasn't really thinking that much about it. But then after getting home, really started thinking, I have probably like 1,000 cards of classics, which now that rotation is legal play, I have a bunch of cards that are honestly kind of useless now at this point. If you brought back classic card only, then those cards wouldn't be useless anymore. And I can't remember who came up with it. I almost wanted to say it was you, but maybe it wasn't. But someone had said, well, what if you called it scrolls because of the scroll icon on the bottom where the scripture reference was.
Yeah.
And so that is where the name scrolls only came from.
Yeah, that's stuck. Yeah, I remember we had a conversation at Nationals about it. You were telling me about your game with Al and how much fun you guys had. And it might have been me that suggested that. I'm not, I won't take the credit for it, but I mean, you guys piloted it with bringing back essentially a category that hasn't existed since 2011, I think, or 2012, whatever year I&J and 1026 came out, and started to change the game some. And so it's really neat. We can go back to those cards and still play them with the updated rules, with the current ban list, and really just like you said, be able to play cards that otherwise would be useless. And I think another big thing with that is the fact that when you went into the game, you were like, all right, this is classic. This means the original cards, the old card face. This is gonna be a lot of fun. And when you realize classic means essentially every card in the game, the original card face and the newer card face, you like you said, you were kind of shocked and dismayed at first. And
Sure.
I think it's like a big thing is there was a discussion on the Discord at one point about like how do we help differentiate I'm not even going to say that word again because I just messed it up twice. But how do you like decide what the difference is? Like, how do you understand? Okay, well, we're going to go play classic. What does that mean? Does that mean the cards that just had the original card face with the scroll on them, or does that mean every card in the game? So calling it scroll only, calling it scrolls, type scroll. I mean, it can have whatever name it needs to have, but definitely being able to play just those. And I think it's really cool, like that you've helped like kind of reinvigorate other people to want to do that as well. And it sounds like the Lackey Grand Prix, they're going to be doing I think they're doing classic, but they're getting ready to do scroll only in
it's good to see
in this coming year. So with the Mr. Classic, so it's called Mr. Classic, but now they're doing scroll only. So it's like I don't know.
They can have the classic
whatever they want
cards,
to call it,
which are scrolls.
classic cards or scroll cards. Yeah. So I mean, that's great. So what kind of deck are you gonna be playing with that, you think?
I've got a mix. I've always liked Crimson, and I don't know why. I have a fair amount of Crimson in my scrolls only deck as well as
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just a few of the different rotation decks I've come up with.
Okay.
I don't know. I've always leaned into it. I like the new Thieves. I know we're not talking about that, but I like what they do with the Crimson.
Yeah, Crimson is a lot of fun. I would say think about what I used to play. So when I used to play, I was a big blue offense, Genesis, back when Ignore really just like punched right through and you could just, oh, sorry, there's nothing you could do. And I ran the Roman defense with it. So that was pretty fun. But so if I was to make a scroll only deck, I'd try to maybe do that with like, because Benjamin would still be good, a 1/1 CBN hero. I don't know about the others, but that would be fun. Yeah, anything else about scroll only that you want to share?
Yeah, I guess just excuse me. Two things that I think of is, like myself, people who used to play the game but left for a while and are coming back.
Mm-hmm.
This can kind of help them get back into the game while they're working on building their rotation cards.
Absolutely.
Or just people unfamiliar with it. Oh, hey, I can go to eBay and get a whole ton of them real cheap, not realizing the real cheap ones are probably the classic cards. The ones that are a little more are the rotation. So, or going to any of the good redemption sellers, but just starting out, you don't know what you're doing. eBay's cheap, but I'd say the other big thing is the booster packs. Not so much the newer ones, but like the older ones,
Mm-hmm.
where I'm thinking like, Revelation of John. Hey, you get 4 or 5 of the new rotation cards,
Right.
And then the other half are classic cards.
Yep. Yeah, you get a lot of classic, a lot of scroll only cards. Yep.
So prior to the scrolls only coming up, it's just like, hey, great, I got 4 new cards, and I'll just toss these other 6 in a box because I'm not using them. Well, these 6 cards are valuable again.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it gives value to every card in the game, and I think with us doing this tournament this fall and the one they got coming up in March, I think we could potentially have a pretty decent turnout for a side event this Nationals in 2023. So that would be great.
Yeah, I think it would be. I'm hoping it's at least a side event.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I think if it's not yet, it should be. So, Chris, if you are listening or watching, so the great thing about this, guys, is like you don't even have to watch us. You can listen to this. You could. I mean, but you want to watch, because you know what we're gonna do next. We're gonna show you what you could win if you come to the Scroll Around the Block tournament. Do you want to see what you could win?
I would like to. I am maximizing you on my screen. I can see this in all
right,
its
cool.
glorious detail.
I know you got a sneak peek of the what was the Playmats? Yeah, got your input on those. So, should we start with that? The playmat?
Sure.
All right.
See it. I never saw the final product, but
You never
yeah,
saw the
I did.
final
I did
product.
get a little sneak peek into the
So,
production. But
Here we go. So, for the winner of the Scroll Only event at the Scroll Around the Block tournament this fall, you can win a Angel of the Lord playmat.
that is nice.
So, and then the bottom here, Northeast Scroll Champion 2022. So, Northeast Scroll on the block. That is pretty sweet. So, somebody's going to win this, guys. It could be you.
Let's just save the
Come
time
on
and
out.
give it to me.
Could be you. Here you go. Send
Let's
it
try.
through the computer here. So,
That
yeah.
is really nice.
That is the playmat for the winner. So, Rob Anderson, the creator of the game, was gracious enough to let us, with permission, use some of the classic images of Redemption. So, thank you to him for that. And then I've been dying to open these things. I've literally been dying. to open. So we got Dragon Shields. We got a good amount of them. So shall we see what's in them?
I am waiting with bated breath.
All right. So the neat thing about this, so the Angel of the Lord, yeah, absolutely. I'm sure there's rotation cards. I know there's a Nats promo that has this version of the Angel of the Lord on it. But I just thought it was such an iconic image of redemption. It's been around since the game came out. I should have brought a knife down to open this with. Oh, man. Maybe we just won't open it, guys. Sorry. There we go. All right. So yeah, we got these from Dragon Shield. It says your sleeves just hatched. It's time to fly. So get ready for it. There is the card sleeves, the original Red Dragon. That is what you can win for scroll only. Red Dragon.
That is cool.
So
that is actually in my scrolls only deck.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
That would be perfect then, huh?
that would be.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice.
That is cool.
So guys, yeah, you gotta come on out. Try to win the card sleeves. Try to win the playmat. Well, if you win, you get both. So, gotta get first place. Win that playmat. Win those card sleeves. So that's not all you can win. You can also stick around for the afternoon and win some stuff for Block Constructed. So, Jason, will you be participating in the Block Constructed category as well?
I will. I've been testing my block deck on my son. So.
Okay. And then for those that don't know, can you tell us what Block Constructed is?
Yeah, and I actually hadn't known this until I had asked you a couple months back.
Right.
But it is the four different newer sets, I believe.
Yep.
The Prophecy of Christ, Lineage of Christ, Fall of Man, and oh gosh, what's the other one?
Gospel of Christ.
Gospel of Christ.
Yep. And
I
then
don't remember which ones I said. So.
And then also all the legacy rares, since the earlier sets they didn't put the set icon on the legacy rares, but I know Lineage and Gospel they have the legacy rare icon as well as the set icon, so those could be included as well. So Gabe kind of piloted the whole idea of God's redemptive story, the fall of man's sin, and then how the Christ was prophesied to come and take on that sin, and also, through his blood, talked about all the different characters that were part of his bloodline through Lineage of Christ, and then ultimately the gospel good news of Christ's death and resurrection for our salvation. So that's a great set, and just a neat idea to be able to play with cards just in those four sets to kind of see what what kind of decks might get made. So it'd be great to see the deck list for all these. Hopefully we get those all written out so we can get those kind of in the hands of the community as well. I'm sure people are going to be curious to see what people are playing for scroll only and what people are playing for Block Constructed. And is Chariots of Fire in your Block Constructed deck?
It is not currently.
It's not currently. Do you not have a copy of it?
I don't actually. Maybe I need to track that down.
Yeah, you should definitely get one of those. Yeah.
I'll look into it right after we finish up here.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, it definitely, in my opinion, that's one of the cards you gotta have in there, just because You put a prophet in an Old Testament prophet in your deck, or at least a couple of them if you're running any of those, and then it's a free soul. So can't have Son of God in there, so you might as well have Chariots of Fire. So definitely a
fair point.
Good thing to have in there.
Well, I will take that under advisement.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, and then any other thoughts as to why play block constructed instead of sealed deck?
Well, I enjoy all the different variety that this game has to offer.
Sure.
I mean, it's not just, well, here's your cards and here's the one and only way to play.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many different strategies for the different types.
Absolutely.
For me personally, I've never played block, so
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see how many people come out for it to showcase the category. I know the side events at Nationals, I think it was mainly just Type 1 Classic events. I don't think they ever did block constructed. I know a couple people wanted to. I know a couple people, I believe, came with a block constructed deck, but they weren't able to get enough people to fire off the event, as John Early would say. Let's fire off some events. Yeah, I think we could definitely showcase it this fall at the Scroll Around the Block. So that'll be a lot of fun. And I mean, you have to play to try to win the playmat and the cards for this, right?
Absolutely.
So absolutely. And I think these items are definitely right on theme with the whole story of the fall of man to the redemption. So let's check those out, shall we?
We shall.
All right.
Good times. Thanks for having me on here, Rob.
Yeah, thank you for joining me. It's good to have you on RobMStudios.
Good to be here.
All right. So I got the logo on this one. It just didn't seem like it fit well on the other playmat, but we got the logo. So we got the Fall of Man playmat. So come and win this, guys. Go and play some block constructed. And then just like the other one, we got I'm holding up the wrong side here. Northeast Block Champion 2022. So we got every state that is in the Northeast region. So if you're in the Northeast, come on out. If you're anywhere else, come on out too. We're not going to turn you away because you're not from the Northeast region. So
just have to come to the Northeast.
Yeah, you gotta get on a plane, get on a train, get on a moped.
Start hitchhiking now.
Hitchhike now. You might make it on time. We could start a GoFundMe so John Hendricks could come, maybe. No.
Yeah, there you go.
Then he would not have an excuse to not be there.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, come on down to upstate New York and join us for the Scroll Around the Block Fall Tournament. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I know I will be having fun hosting it and emceeing it and just kind of seeing what decks are brought to the table as I do the deck check and all that. So that will definitely be a lot of fun. Awesome. Well, Jason, any final thoughts?
I can't think of any. Just I love the way this game evolves. All the ways we get to play it as a community.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we didn't do the card sleeves. Oh my goodness. We got card sleeves for this too. Gotta win those.
Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
So excited about the Red Dragon one.
I know, right? These are pretty cool too. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so these are also dragon shields. All right. So for the winner of Block Constructed at the Scroll Around the Block tournament, they will be receiving a set of Beelzebub Ultra Rare
Beelzebub.
card sleeves.
Nice.
Here we go.
That
is. I was excited about these ones. I might have gotten some for myself too, guys, since I'm not participating.
Hey, who could really blame you?
But yeah. So pick up.
That is just sinister looking.
There we go. This could be you. Come on out, guys, to the Scroll Around the Block tournament. November 5th. Check it out. Go to the Cactus website. If you're on the Discord, shoot me a message. Can get you the details if you guys don't know. I know John Hendricks has been giving us a shout out each week on the Threshing Floor podcast. So we wanted to do a special video podcast episode. I was going to try to do like John's Southern accent, but yeah, I don't know. Could do the peace.
Very good.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Jason. It's a pleasure to have you on. And thank you. Thank you everyone for watching. Peace.